everyone, Catherine here with Catherine's Plate. Today is Wednesday, so that means hashtag Instant Pot Weeknight Warriors. Now anybody can join this. If you have an Instant Pot and you have a recipe, you can put it out there on Wednesdays and just hashtag it, the Instant Pot Weeknight Warriors. Alright y'all, so my meatloaf today is almost kind of like your basic meatloaf style. And I'm going to be cooking it in the Instant Pot and then throwing it on the broiler with a nice sauce on top of it, so you're going to check that out. And also, I'm going to be making potatoes in it at the same time, so I'm going to be cutting up some red potatoes, putting that down in the bottom, and cooking it with some chicken broth and some other flavors and all of that. So it's kind of like an all-in-one pot meal today. Alright y'all, I'm going to get started and we're going to start making the meatloaf. Alright, for my meatloaf, I am using a 6-inch springform pan just to keep it all formed. And I'm going to be using a piece of tin foil also. That's going to wrap around the pan just a little bit. Alright, now I am going to be using my rack right here. The potatoes are going to go in first, and then my meatloaf pan here will go on top of that, and we're going to check it all out. Alright. For my meatloaf mixture, I am using 1 pound of ground beef. I'm adding 1 egg. I've got 1 cup of a panko breadcrumb. Now you can use regular breadcrumbs or you can even use bread that's been put into milk, but I'm using panko breadcrumbs today. I'm going to be putting in some parsley flakes here. I just kind of eyeball things when I make a meatloaf. There we go. I'm going to be putting in some minced onion. You can dice onion or you can put in onion powder if you like. Alright, I'm going to be putting in some Worcestershire. About a teaspoon there. Now I'm going to be putting in some garlic salt to give it that little garlic flavor to it. Alright. And some pepper. And I've got about 3/4 cup of milk here. Now kind of judge your breadcrumbs and your bread with your milk because you don't want a soupy mix, but we're gonna see how this works out. All right, I'm gonna go in with my clean hands and get this all mixed up. All right, now I'm gonna take my mixture here and put it into my pan. Flatten it down. That looks really good. Alright, make sure it's even, so we have an even cook on that. Alright, I'm going to go wash my hands and be right back. Alright, so now I'm just going to push up the tin foil along the sides of it. Alright. Now I'm going to prepare my potatoes. I've got about 5 potatoes here. Some are pretty big, some are small. So I'm going to use about this size here. I'm leaving the potato peels on them because we like the peels in our mashed potatoes. So I'm going to just cut these in nice size, bite-sized pieces. Probably like about like that there. Alright, so I've got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil here. I'm going to add half of this into my pan here. And then I'm going to put the other half of it, that's 1 tablespoon, into my potatoes that I've already diced up. Alright, I'm going to season my potatoes now with some salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic minced, parsley. Alright, I'm going to give this just a light little mix. All right, so you just want to make sure that the oil in the bottom of your pan, this pan here, is totally covering the bottom of your pan. All right, I'm fixing to add my potatoes. Get all that lovely flavor into there. Now we want to make sure that we have a level field here because we need to put the pan on here. All right. I'm going to add 1 cup of chicken broth to that. Yep, that looks good. All right, and then I'm going to start adding little pats of butter, probably about 4 pats of butter in there. We're going to take our little rack here, the insert that came with your Instant Pot right here with the handles upward, and we're going to just lay it right on top of the potatoes. Don't worry about the butter because it will melt anyway into the potatoes. Now I'm going to take my meatloaf pan that was wrapped in the tin foil and just place it right on top of there. Alright, so I've got my Instant Pot plugged in, got my lid, I'm going to put it on. Alright, locked. I'm going to put this on sealing. Make sure it's on sealing there. Alright, we're going to put it on manual, high pressure for 30 minutes. So I'm going to take that down. Alright, it's going to come up to pressure and then the 30-minute countdown will begin. So we'll be right back. Alright y'all, so I let this come to a natural release which took about 10 minutes. The pin finally dropped and I'm going to go ahead and release the lid now. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is take this out. Let's see how hot these little things are. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, I'm going to take this out. Now I have my little sauce mix here. Brown sugar, mustard, and ketchup. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give that a stir. This is going to go on top of it as a glaze. And then I'm going to put it in my oven on broil for just a few minutes until this starts kind of bubbling up. Alright, go ahead and pour that all over. And I'm just going to take my little brush here. And this is going to give it some more flavor. Alright, I'm going to put this in my oven for as long as it takes me to finish up my potatoes here, and then we're going to pull it out and see how it goes. Alright y'all, so here's my potatoes. I'm going to mash them all in this same pan that it came out of the Instant Pot in. I did drain some of the liquid out of it because there was some additional liquid in there. As I'm mashing this with my potato masher here, oh, it smells good. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of butter. Now, these are your mashed potatoes, so you put in there whatever you want. I've got about ½ a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. I'm going to put some pepper in it, some salt. We want to flavor everything. Alright, I'm just going to add a little bit of milk to it, and then we'll base it off of what it looks like if we need to add more. So about 2 ounces of milk there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and mash all this up. Now I'm doing this while my meatloaf is in my oven on broil. Alright, so I just pulled out my meatloaf out of the oven. It was sizzling away in there. So I'm just going to kind of release the tin foil here. Alright, look at that, y'all. Right there. The money shot, right? Alright, y'all, what do y'all think? My mashed potatoes and meatloaf in my Instant Pot. I've got my plate here, and I'm ready to take a bite for you. Alright, I think we already know what the potatoes were. Oh my gosh, I cooked them with chicken broth in there, y'all. Y'all saw that happen. Oh, that sauce is really good. I just got a taste of that sauce. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of that sauce. There's my meatloaf bite right there. Mmm. Oh my gosh, y'all. All right, this is my first time making a meatloaf and mashed potatoes in my Instant Pot, and it turned out very well. All right, y'all. I want to thank you so much for watching my show today. Remember, this was hashtag Instant Pot Weeknight Warriors. These shows come out on Wednesdays, and you're more than welcome to take your Instant Pot, your recipe, and put a show out there. All right, I will see you on my next episode.